Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Christy, and I'm here with a book tag. I was tagged by Winna from Winna Wonders, and it's her original tag called the Day 6 book tag. And I will just say now I am not a very big fan of K-pop. I used to be a big fan of Big Bang and 21, and I followed them for a while, and then after that I just sort of dropped off when 21 kind of stopped. Like when 21 had a comeback thing, and then it wasn't a thing anymore, and then so I just stopped because I was kind of upset because they were like my only favorite. And so yeah, that's it. But I trust her that Day 6 is pretty good. So I think Day 6 is like a band. I'm not sure if it's K-pop, but because when I love them so much, I will give them the benefit of the doubt that they're super awesome. So I think the questions are based off of songs from the album. So without further ado, we'll just get into it. Question 1. Congratulations, a book about coming of age. So the first thing I picked is Indignation by Philip Roth. If you've read this, you know that this is about a young Jewish boy who's struggling with his identity being Jewish, as well as wanting to go to a non-Jewish college during the Vietnam War. And then I think around this time, if you weren't in college, you were drafted into the war, and this is his experience in college. So it's a very good book. It's a very interesting one as well, and definitely in a way it's very coming of age, in a way. My other answer to that would be Fat Charlie from the Anansi Boys by Neil Gaiman. And it's about Fat Charlie, who is the son of Anansi, the spider god and the trickster, and he is sort of like struggling with his own identity, his own sort of self-worth, and how he's trying to go through life, and then how he sort of has a huge glow up. So yeah. Question 2. Hunt, a book about going after what you want. And my answer for that is The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie by Muriel Spark. Muriel Spark wrote this book. It was just so good. So okay, Miss Jean Brodie, she is a woman in her prime, and she teaches at a school. And in this school, the art master and the music master are both in love with her, and she uses her favorite students to get what she wants out of both of them. And just to watch how it all unfolds was really it was really good. Like, I really recommend this one. Question 3. You're Beautiful, a book about a great love that has to end. And I picked Lavinia by Ursula K. Le Guin. This is about Lavinia, and she is the daughter of Latinus. It was sort of like the prequel to Rome, and so Lavinia is sort of prophesied to end up with a guy who she marries, and then he will die after 3 years, and so she doesn't really care about that, but she no, she doesn't get prophesied. The guy she ends up marrying says once he meets his second wife or something, then he'll die after like 3 years, and it happened. And just to see her actually love him despite knowing there's like a time frame on how long they can be together, that was very good, especially the way that Ursula K. Le Guin wrote it. I think it was sort of like fan fiction from the Aeneid, Iliad, one of those. Question 5. Freely, a book about escape or freedom. So my first answer to that would be A Story from Monstrous by Leslie Tenorio. It's called Felix Starro, and it's about a grandfather-grandson duo who are scam healers, and the grandson has sort of had enough of that life, and he's sort of okay with it, but then one day he sees it go a bit too far, and he can't take it anymore. And up to today, that story has still stuck with me, despite reading it, I think about last year. And another one would be Bitter Blue by Kristen Cashore. This is about Bitter Blue, who comes into her own queendom, and she is sort of waking up to all of the lies and all of the mysteries surrounding her childhood and her dad, who was the previous king. And this is sort of like breaking free from his toxic grip on the kingdom, as well as her and her mother. So this was a really good book. And question 6, I Need Somebody. A book you think should have been oh, whoops, I think I skipped question 4. Okay, well, I'll just say it now. Question 4, I'm serious. A book that was more serious than you thought I would be. And that would be Dune. I needed like a break from it. Is that seriously? Did I seriously skip it? Yeah. It was Dune. I needed a break. It was really deep. Okay, let's go back to, where was I? Alright, okay, question 6. I Need Somebody. A book you think should have been a bestseller but wasn't. I'm not sure if this was a bestseller, but I don't remember it being on the thing, so I'm just gonna say The Refrigerator Monologues by Catherine M. Valente. This was so good because it gave a voice to the women in comics who have been mistreated, like Jean Grey, who's like died multiple times, the wife of Aquaman, and like Harley Quinn, and so many more. It was just, and it spans both DC and Marvel. So I think that was really interesting. And question 7, Goodbye Winter. A book you didn't want to end. And that would be Graceling by Kristen Cashore. I remember picking this up when I was like a teen and then just reading it, but also stopping myself because I know that if I keep going, then that means I finish it sooner, and I didn't want it to end. So I literally forced myself to shut this, and then I put it as far away from me as possible so I could make the feeling last longer. That hasn't happened to me with a lot of books, but I just remember this one was the first one that ever did that to me. Question 8, I'll remember. A book from your childhood you want to reread. And just like Winna, it's not really my childhood, it's more like adolescence, and that would be The Winter Nights from the Edge Chronicles. I just really want to maybe reread this because this took me the longest to find. This was like the last one I was able to get my hands on. It's the one I wanted the most from the series, because it kind of taught me that children's books don't have to be really simple. They can be complicated and deep and dark with great art. It doesn't always have to be the kiddie kind, sort of. And yeah, so that's it. I will leave the names of the people I tagged down below, as well as the original video down below. When I'm so sorry for messing up, but like, whoops. Thank you for tagging me, and thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.